Apparently, the Fate collab situation got even worse, and now Braxophone is debating quitting Honkai Star Rail over this shit.
So if you guys know me, you know that I'm a huge Fate fan, and
Yep.
I also have been covering HSR on my channel.
You know who's clearly not a Fate fan? The people who did the collab, because my God, that shit sucked ass.
Since it's
You know what's crazy? I was in my bed. I watched like 2 hours of the Fate thing, of the Fate story. I just had to close it. It was miserable. It was fucking. I had to close it. I couldn't even humor it. I cannot imagine how horrible that was for people who actually did it. What did you expect from Hoyo devs? Oh, what I expected from Hoyo devs is exactly what I got. Yeah, this Fate collab is the worst collab in Gacha history.
launch and even before its launch to some degree, right? You guys know how stoked I was for the collab to actually happen. And now...
So now what are Honkai Star Rail players looking towards? Absolutely nothing. Hope you're having fun. Or are we all having fun, guys? Are we having a good time? Yeah, very cool. What are you looking towards now? Oh yeah, fucking nothing. What is the point of playing that shit?
It's here, and people have their opinions on it. There's some good things, some bad things. But what I was very surprised to find out...
The good thing was the characters were pretty damn good. Everything that they could sell a player, surprise, surprise, was amazing. Everything that was afforded to the viewer for free for their loyalty and their enjoyment and their patronage of the game, ooh, unfortunately, it absolutely sucked ass.
Is when I went online, a lot of people are really not happy with it, which is crazy to me because from the perspective of someone who cares more about the gameplay side of things of HSR, like just enjoying the new characters that come out, I think it's great because I have Archer and Saber who are just like they're awesome units to play.
I'm gonna give a hot take, and I need you guys to hear me here. And I really want you to point out the error in my logic. If the only thing that you enjoy in the game is the new characters coming out and pulling for the new characters, you are an idiot. And the reason why that is because what you're telling me is, in the same game, with the same modes, with nothing else changed of value, you are happy spending upwards of $400 to $500 to just play a new fucking character. There is no way, in any way, shape, or form, that makes sense for anything logistically or financially. Play any other game. You will get the characters for free. Play any other game. You will be able to collect those weapons for free. And there is no way that you can look me in my eyes and tell me that you're enjoying Honkai Star Rail. And just to let you guys know, what really made me quit Honkai Star Rail was playing any other turn-based RPG. It's the truth, guys. Guys, Fear and Hunger is better. Pokemon is better. But the one that really pushed me over the edge, you play Clair Obscure. You play Clair Obscure Expedition 33. You will quit Honkai Star Rail on the spot. Honkai Star Rail does the bare minimum. It is a Oompa Loompa monkey circus of retarded rainbow colors where you just spam the buttons and you press the alts and then everything blows up. Have some self-respect and not, this isn't to Brax. I talked to Brax about this last night. There's no way you can justify just spending $400 to $500 on the character and you enjoy nothing else about the game. I genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe that.
Recently, E6 Saber completely free to play on an account that I've been saving up pulls for years, and it's like super fun, right? Now, the fact that Archer's better than Saber and Archer's a free character, I actually think that's awesome, but I know a lot of people don't like that because, like, why? That doesn't make sense. Like, why is Saber weaker than Archer, but she's the character you have to pull for?
If you're upset by that, you're just stupid. I'm sorry, guys. You should be happy that the good stuff is for. Hey, I wanted to pay more for this guy. What are we talking about?
Boy, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't really care. But that's not what people have a problem with. In fact, that seems to be universally the thing that everyone is really happy about is how good the characters are or how the characters feel to play, how well represented they were in their animations, their voice lines, and everything. Like, Archer has his entire Unlimited Blade Works chant if you sit there and wait for it to happen, which is super awesome. So imagine my surprise when I'm like, oh, this collab's happening, and it's HSR, which I actually had a lot of faith to to make a really good collab. Imagine my surprise when I find out that people really
Yeah, I can't believe that Hoyoverse had a bad collab. Their Aloy collab was amazing. Yeah, I can't believe they fucked that up. I'm honestly shocked. Honestly, my jaw hit the floor, man, because that one was so peak.
don't like it. Like it's a very,
Yeah, the Horizon
very
Zero
unpopular.
Dawn
And I
collab was
thought
so
it might have
good.
just been like a small minority of people that said they didn't like the game, and that's what happened. It seems to be a lot of people are very upset about the collab. So I mean, just look at this. So Smack talked about the collab, and people are upset about it. That's different. But you just look up HSR Fate collab. There's a TLDR from Daily Finance. This is an HSR fan account. Lancer has 3 lines: most random NPC models for servants, Scott event, reused assets, reused map, fun gameplay, Honkai NPC rail. It was another random Hoyo event in another patch, and it's sad truly. Like, what is this model? Is this Saber Altar? Is that what this is? Oh no, I don't know. It's just a random NPC model, right? But is that who that's supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Jalter? I don't know. I don't know. So here's the thing. I actually haven't gotten around to playing it yet because I've been so focused on making content for you guys, but I am going to play it. In this, I'm not
It's terrible.
going to give my opinion on the story because I genuinely don't know what it's about.
It's terrible.
But hearing all of this stuff about the story is crazy to me because I had so much faith in this collab to pop up. I mean,
I don't know why you had that.
lost a lot of faith in it like instantly when Rin wasn't in the collab, but like that's mostly a joke, right? Like it's mostly a meme. Yeah, Rin's not in the collab. That fucking sucks. Worst collab of all time. But we still got Archer and Saber, and they did a great job with them, so I was pretty stoked about it. But yeah, like people, okay, so an HSR fan account is upset with it. The new HSR Fate collab made me appreciate Genshin events, adding in whole new areas to explore. I've seen a couple things about this. Apparently people are pretty upset that there's no new areas, like they just like copied and pasted the Greek architecture from Amphorius, and then they also used Ides Elysiae.
Well, because when you call it a collab event, and you hype up the fact that there's going to be a story written by the writer of Fate, you would assume the story and event is going to blow your fucking mind. But all it did was blow a load all over your face because they don't give a fuck about you. And the only thing they put effort into was the thing that you can buy. And that's it. It's fucking terrible.
And then Saber is like, is this Britain? And people are kind of upset about that. So honestly, I think that if they added a new event to a new place to explore, that'd be great. I personally don't play HSR for exploration, but I feel like, you know, this is a collab that had a lot of money and a lot of time behind it. So I think it wouldn't have hurt them too much to not do an asset flip, but we'll move on from this one too. I've just seen some people talking about that. Now I saw this, thank God they gave the Fate collab to HSR. If we look at the quote retweets, I saw this one too. This didn't age well. Aged like shit. This aged like milk. Like, it's people.
I would like to remind you that male sexual abuse and sexual assault is taken so unseriously that people are spam posting an image of 3 women talking about raping a man, and nobody gives a fuck at all. I just want to make that very clear. The dystopian treatment of men and women on the internet is actually fucking insane.
People are not happy with the collab. It's really crazy. HSR players with the Fate collab, you know, just being spoon-fed slop. You know, that's another one. Fox also tweeted, so how are we feeling about the HSR Fate collab? And I went looking through this.
By the way, whenever a content creator says, how are we feeling about something, it's because they know it's shit and they're a coward and they won't say it themselves. That's the truth.
And you know, story 1 out of 10. It was worst story ever done by Hoyoverse, guys. Compared to the banana story, like for this to be a 1 of 10 is insane. For this to be worse than the banana story, the one that everyone hated more than anything else, is insane to me. Like they must have really just absolutely dropped the ball. Story was very disappointing.
What did Mr. Pokey rate the banana story? Can anybody find that for me? I'm curious what he rated the banana story.
The characters getting muted was fun for a minute until they forced it on you for an hour plus. Oh, so this is another thing that apparently happened. Again, I haven't played it, so I don't know yet. I will be playing through it, but apparently voices get muted for like an hour plus. They could chalk it up to the strike, the SAG, well, that not strike, but strike. They could chalk it up to that, and then like, oh yeah, let's just, because none of the voice actors are coming in, let's make it a story where nobody speaks. That's fun. You know, that's like a fun joke. Like if you said it jokingly, like a self-aware joke of, oh yeah, we're not voiced. That's fine, but for like an hour, that's nuts to me. A 5 out of 10 seems generous based on what people are saying. Free Archer and then the signature light gun for 200 pulls seems cool, and I agree with that. Characters and their animations incredible. Fate Quest for those who are unfamiliar with Fate, fine. Fate Quest for big Fate fans, absolute disaster. Fate battle event's quite interesting. Disappointing, thought it was okay. Disappointing for 1 year of wait. 5 of 10. All right, HSR Fate Collab, stories of flashback, disregards the...
I believe it was longer than 1 year. Let me check. This was released on August 20th, 2024. No, okay, so it was 11 months. 11 months people waited for this shit.
Concept of Holy Grail War. Collab units are side characters to NPCs. Assassin and Caster are dogshit NPCs instead of being Medea and Hassan of the Cursed Arm. VA suddenly muted.
Ooh.
So as you can see, I didn't put any negative connotation in the search at all. I said HSR Fate Collab and people are just shit talking it non-stop. Yeah, people, it's just not going well at all. Also, Lancer not being played.
Mr. Pokey Banana Review, he gave that shit a 6 of 10. That's... Holy fucking Froggen, get off my screen! That's shocking. That quest was fucking terrible.
Was a miss in my opinion. They already gave him a unique model, so they really should have just they really should have just made him playable, but that's just my opinion. People are not enjoying it that much. I mean, some people are. I think HSR players that don't know Fate are actually having an okay time with it, but people that are Fate enjoyers first and foremost are like, what the fuck is this? And oh, I also forgot to say at the beginning of the video, disclaimer, my cats have been a tornado through my office, if you can't tell. So love those little...
The point of a collab event is to appease and bring the fan base of the collab event to their player base. And if the Fate collab event doesn't get the Fate community excited, it's a failure. And the reason why that is because if you're not going to appease the collab of the game you're attempting to appease, and you only appeased the Honkai Star Rail players, well, then you probably should have just made a Honkai Star Rail character. It's a universal, cataclysmic L, because the audience you seek to capture was left bitter, disdained, scorned, and unwanting. You have failed on every front. Do not twist this into a positive.
Goblins. You know, for a collab that had like a year of design and prep work and, you know, a multi-billion-dollar company funding it, I think a lot of people are upset at not only the storytelling not being up to par with what they're hoping for and the zones kind of being like asset flips. Now, I don't think it's uncommon to do like little asset flips in mobile games. That's like a pretty normal thing, but this is a company that has so much money in it and behind it, so it's obvious why people are upset about it. You can say, oh, we have the game coded in a way to where that wouldn't work, but if you have billions of dollars to throw and like a year of development to do, you can definitely make most things work in the industry, assuming you have the manpower to do it. And these guys have the like, if you have money, you can basically do anything. That's just how the world works. So honestly, I'm kind of bummed to find out this is what people think about the Fate collab. Now, I'll give you guys my honest thoughts on it later, but it really seems like people were not happy about it. It seems like it was a bit of a disaster. So very, very odd for me to find out as someone who was looking forward to this for basically over a year. I had made an account that had never pulled a single character the second they announced that they were talking with Nasu. I'm not talking about like the second the Fate collab was announced, the second they announced that they would have a meeting in the future to talk about Fate and HSR and then announce the collab later. I made it the second they said they were going to talk. So I've been hoping that they would do a Fate collab forever. They announced a Fate collab. I was ecstatic. I was elated. I was like, I was had such a good time. I was so stoked for Rin to be playable with a Memo Sprite Archer, and the same thing with like Emiya and Saber. That would make the most sense because they introduced a whole summon system. That just seemed like the...
I don't know how they made a summon system for the game and then did a collab with a game and a anime series about summoning, and then they had no summon system for the characters. It made absolutely no fucking sense. It was right there. It had all they had to do was reach out and grab it, and they couldn't even do that.
most likely thing that was going to happen. You know, even though I think the servants were done well in Saber and Archer, I think Saber and Archer were actually done very well. Apparently the ball was just dropped across the board for literally everything else except for maybe the event gameplay, because I think some people have said some positive things about that. And it's honestly just, it's such a bummer, you guys. Now, I will be playing this over on stream, twitch.tv/brag. So if you guys want to watch, the link will be in the description. I'll give you guys my honest thoughts on it then after I've played it. But while I've been waiting to play it, I just, you know, I spent some time online looking at social media just to check things out, and all I'm seeing is negativity about the fake collab, and people just...
Oh, sorry, Brax. What you're seeing isn't negativity, it's the truth. So just change that phrasing to not negativity to negative criticism, right? Or unfavorable opinions. No one's being negative. They're being realistic.
Don't like it at all. Really, such a bummer to see. I think that HSR probably could have done better based on what people are saying about the collab. I think they have the money to do it. I think they have the time, the manpower to do it. So it is a bummer, guys. It really is a big letdown if that is the case, but I'll give you guys my thoughts on it later. From what I can see, it's
yeah, your thoughts will be that it fucking sucks, and I'm really not surprised how many people I've seen quit the game over this. Thanks for watching. What a joke.